What's up everybody? Sun Wukong's rate-up banner is live and there is so much hype for him. In this video, we will check how worthy this character is and I will give you a complete guide on Sun Wukong, covering his skills, skill changes, gear recommendations and his effectiveness across PvE and PvP modes in Seven Knights Rebirth. So let's get started. The basic attack of Sun Wukong targets a single enemy which deals damage of 100% of his magic attack. Additionally, there is a 30% chance to petrify the enemy for one turn. Petrify is almost similar to stun effect. The petrified enemy will be unable to take his turn and it will take damage is equal to 120% of Wukong's magic attack when the duration of Petrify effect elapses. When you will upgrade the skill of him, his magic attack damage will increase up to 130%. Therefore, allot him those gears which can maximize his magic attack. However, you can also change his basic attack which will reduce his magic attack damage percentage but will also offer you 50% crit rate. At Transcendence 6, his crit rate boosts to 100%. That is, his every basic attack will inflict crit damage. Hence, you can give him the gears which can maximize his crit damage after evolving him to Transcendence 6. With 100% crit rate, Wukong will be useful for you in Arena, Guild War, Main Story, Guild Bosses, etc. In addition to these, the Jumbo Pole skill of Wukong, he attacks the three enemies of damage is equal to 53% of his magic attack 3 times. While his changed skill seems more useful because it will deal 10% more damage every time the number of targets is reduced by 1. Also, he deals defense ignoring damage equal to 86% of his magic attack plus 6% of target's max HP 3 times, which you can say total of 18% of target's max HP. Also, there is a benefit of 50% crit rate along with it, which will be boosted to 100% at Transcendence 6. The defense ignore and max HP based damage both are perfect for PvE and PvP modes depending on the particular enemy. In addition to these, the clone beatdown skill attacks 3 enemies for the damage equal to 3 times of 43% of his magic attack. That is, total 129% of magic damage to 3 enemies. Additionally, there would 40% chance of petrifying the 3 enemies he attacked for 2 turns, which is totally insane. A perfect scenario it is to use him in arena and guild war modes. Also, he grants a buff of 11% of damage resistance to all his allies for the 3 turns, which is mind blowing to be honest. In this clone beatdown skill, Wukong summons a clone of him for 5 turns and also grants himself crowd control immunity for 3 turns, which means enemies cannot add debuff of stun, petrify, silence, etc. on the Wukong. The changed skill for this particular skill is more damage oriented because it reduces block rate by 25% for all enemies and debuffs them to receive 5% of additional damage whenever target enemies reduces by 1. It deals defense ignoring damage of 68% magic attack for 3 times on all enemies, which means total damage of 204% of magic attack to all the enemies, which is again a mind-blowing figure here. So if you want the Wukong to do AoE damage, you should opt this skill. Otherwise, if you want damage resistance, crowd controlling buff debuffs, then the first skill is perfect for you. Choose the skill wisely as per the needs arises. His last skill, called as Final Clone, grants multiple buffs for himself, including this Guts buff, which helps him to survive with 1 HP whenever he is being one shot. However, this buff will be effective only for one time during the battle. That means he will be killed on second time if he again receives the fatal damage. In addition to these, he grants himself a barrier equal to 135% of his magic attack for 3 turns when he survives with 1 HP due to his guts buff on himself. The barrier is like a shield which absorbs the damage and hence will keep the hero's HP safe. He also boosts his defense based on his attack numbers. He increases 125 defense for every 300 attack, but there is a cap on defense as well. The defense can be boosted up to 1125 only. Under this skill, he also reduces cooldown by 10 seconds whenever he is being hit by the enemy. In addition to all these mind-blowing buffs, he also heals HP of all allies, and the heal value will be equal to 35% of Wukong's magic attack. On Transcendence and skill enhancement, these heal values and barrier absorption increases as mentioned here. So this skill is increasing his worth as a role of tank in the team, preferably for PvP modes like Arena and Guild War. So overall, Sun Wukong is not just a hype, he is a complete package here. With crowd control, defense ignore damage, guaranteed crit potential, strong survivability and team utility, he performs exceptionally well in Arena, Guild War, and even PvE content when built correctly. If you are planning to summon during this rate up banner, Sun Wukong is absolutely worth investing in. Let me know in the comments whether you are pulling for him or skipping him. And if this guide helped you, drop a like, subscribe for more Seven Knights Rebirth content, and I will see you in the next one.